Hello Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Virgo, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Virgo, let's get started. We're going to get the overall energy for this connection first, and then we'll pull some tarot. Let's see overall energy for this connection. So we do have, we have children. Your love life is being affected by children. For some of you, typically when I get this card, this could definitely represent that you currently find yourself connecting with somebody that you perceive to be extremely immature, okay? Somebody's looking at someone as somebody who's extremely immature or refuses to grow up, one or the other, right? Possibly even a combo of both. I mean, technically it is kind of the same thing, but anyways, let's focus on you first and then we'll jump over to your person's energy. Just keep in mind that the roles can be reversed. How does Virgo currently view this relationship? So we do have the Seven of Cups, we do have the Hangman, and then we also have the Judgment card. It kind of looks like there's a really big decision that you have to make. I don't see you making any sort of impulsive decisions or anything like that, but there is a really big decision that you have to essentially make. I just see you kind of thinking long and hard about what you're going to essentially do in the end before you actually turn around and do it. There's something about you not wanting to essentially make a mistake. I'm also getting that as well. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to make a mistake. Hence why you're thinking long and hard about what you want to do before you turn around and actually do it. All right, let's see what you want to do. Tell me more about the Judgment card. Okay, so got it. Okay. All right. So it looks like you currently find yourself talking to someone / getting to know someone. So far, things have been looking really good between you and this person, unfolding really nicely here between you and this person. So everything's looking really, really good. However, I feel like you're trying to figure out if this is somebody that you should go off and build and establish a life with or not. Like, is it safe for you to go there or not? That is your biggest worry and concern when it comes onto this individual that you currently find yourself connecting with. Like, you just don't want to turn around and invest all that you have to give into the wrong person. You just don't want to turn around and take this person seriously and then later on end up regretting it. So that's your worry and your concerns. Okay. How does this person currently view this relationship with Virgo? All right, we have the King of Wands, we have the Eight of Swords, and then we also have, I wonder. I would like to get a court card for you. This is the energy that this person's harnessing, by the way, prior to meeting you. It's like this person's having a very difficult time getting on their feet. Okay, so this person, I think it's safe to say that they're having a difficult time manifesting, creating the life that they essentially want for themselves into fruition. It's like this person's realizing how hard life actually is. I don't know if I like this. I'll be honest, I don't know if I like this. I gotta see the court card. I gotta get a court card for you because that'll better help me understand. Okay, give me a court card for Virgo. I knew it. I'm like, you're either a Queen of Pentacles or you're an Empress. And the reason why I was like thinking that is because a King of Wands is somebody who typically gravitates towards like an Empress or a Queen of Pentacles or like a Queen of Wands like energy. We don't really see the King of Wands gravitate towards like a Queen of Cups or like a Queen of Swords. They always aim for a Queen of Pentacles, Empress, or, you know, the Queen of Wands. Okay, Virgo. Okay, Virgo. So that kind of makes sense as to why. Okay, it all makes sense now. All right. To not get too far ahead of myself here, let's just kind of break the energy down so I'm not like throwing so much at you all at once. But prior to this person meeting you, it kind of looks like they've been struggling when it comes down to, like, you know, facing this thing called life all by themselves. It kind of looks like this person is trying their hardest to, you know, keep themselves, you know, afloat, I am definitely getting that. So that's kind of telling me right off the bat, you're dealing with somebody, or you're gonna be dealing with somebody who isn't really in the best place, like financially. Okay. You do make more money than this person. You are more established than this person. I am definitely getting that. It kind of looks like you've, for the most part, built an amazing life for yourself, which is great. You know, that's awesome. Good for you, Virgo. I'm happy for you. Then they're trying is what I'm getting. It's like um they're trying to create a life, you know, for themselves, that's full of abundance and, you know, stability, but it kind of looks like they're having a very difficult time pulling that off. Okay. How is this person going to view Virgo when they meet Virgo? They're going to basically view you as somebody who has a really, really big heart, somebody who's kind, somebody who's loving, somebody who's generous, somebody who's thoughtful. I see them feeling very safe and secure with you, which basically makes sense if you think about it. You're showing up as an Empress to a Queen of Pentacles. Like, that makes sense. Like, Virgo, you bring abundance and stability and security and safety and structure into their life. With the Ten of Wands coming out here, I am definitely getting that this person's a little bit worried and concerned that where they're at financially as well as career-wise might be a deal breaker for you. I am definitely getting that. So this person more than likely is going to attempt to conceal all of that from you. So they're not going to tell you that they're struggling. They're not going to tell you any of that stuff. They're going to keep all of that to themselves because they think that it might be a deal breaker for you. This person does look at you as somebody who may, not saying that you are, may be very materialistic, may be looking for a man or a woman, you know, that makes as much money as you do, is as established as you are. So I do see them concealing that from you. I'm going to leave this out here. I'm going to leave this out here for now. Yeah, I'm going to leave this out here for now. Because I feel like this is going to be the energy that you're harnessing at a later date. But I feel like there's other things that I need to kind of like break down first. So that way this part basically starts to make sense to you. Because if I tell you now what I'm saying, you're going to be like, wait, what? Like, what? What are you talking about? So I just want to, you know, get through the story first, I guess, and then bring this part in when it does come into play, if that makes any sense. Let's just roll with it. How does this person feel? This person feels, you know, really, really good, you know, about you and, you know, the future, right? And what the future has in store here, you know, for the both of you. I can't emphasize this enough. This person, you know, is looking at you and their relationship with you as something that could bring a lot of good into their life. It could bring happiness, joy, abundance, you know, stability, less worry and anxiety and stress into, you know, their life. Because it looks like this person was attempting to build a life for themselves by themselves, and it kind of looks like they were struggling and doing so, and then boom, here you show up. You know what I mean? Somebody who is obviously very established and has a lot going for themselves, somebody who's, you know, obviously built, you know, a life full of abundance and, you know, security and structure. So yeah, you're, you know, for the most part, somebody that, you know, they know if they could be able to essentially build towards a relationship with, they would essentially be quote unquote good. I don't know if I like this, to be completely honest, because this to me kind of feels like you're about to meet someone who's very codependent. Very, very codependent. This individual is in survival mode. I just want you to know that right off the bat, right off the bat, you're dealing with someone who's in survival mode, okay? They're in survival mode, okay? So the fact that this person's in survival mode and they're looking at you like, shit, like if I could be able to build towards a relationship with Virgo, I'm going to be straight. I'm going to be good. They, you know, They're independent, got a lot going for themselves. Like, it's like this person's looking at you like they hit the lotto with you. I'm going to tell you this as well, just something to kind of take into consideration, Virgo. Not only is this person in survival mode, so they will be codependent off of you, Virgo, in some way, shape, or form. They will be codependent off of you without a shadow of a doubt, okay? You will be doing the vast majority of the heavy lifting in this relationship if you decide to run off into the sunset with this one. I can see how it benefits them to be with someone like you. I just don't see how it benefits you being with someone like them, to be completely honest. I mean, the only benefit, and as cold as this may sound, the only benefit, I guess, that I see you getting out of this entire situation is probably having someone real cute, you know, to keep you company. That's about it. Somebody who's really, really cute. So I guess you're going to have a cute person all up in your bed and, you know, I guess all up in your home and all up in your refrigerator, I guess. Because King of Wands energy, I mean, King of Wands is that's somebody who's very attractive, you know. And if they're not very attractive, they're just, you know, cute or aesthetically pleasing. But that's about it. You will have a cute man all up in your bed, or a cute man all up in your refrigerator, and all up in your home. That's I mean, I guess that's nice, you know. That's nice, but not only do they get to have an attractive person like yourself in their life, but you bring far more than just that. Them, they only coming in with the looks, honey. That's it. So yeah, a cute man all up in your bed, or a cute woman all up in your bed, but that's about it. You know? So I don't know. I don't know. Now we're gonna leave this to the side. How does Virgo feel about this relationship? Okay. Well, it kind of looks like you're eventually going to make a decision, and it kind of looks like that decision is to essentially choose a life with them, which is fine. It kind of looks like at first you're just like, man, I just need a sign. I just want to know, like, should I go off and be with this person? I don't know what sign you basically received that, you know, caused you to fall into this energy of, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go off and build a life with them. But it definitely wasn't a sign from God. That's one thing that I will say. You know, I don't know if you've ever heard this saying, but God sends people into your life to help you. And you know what the devil does to send, you know what the devil does, or sends into your life, I'm sorry, to destroy you? People. God sends people into your life to help you, and the devil sends people into your life to destroy you. And I feel like sometimes a lot of people tend to get that very, very confused because they don't know if this is like a blessing from the man upstairs or the man downstairs. You see what I mean? This person in this relationship is not going to help you. It's going to hinder you. Your life, you know, might be a little challenging at times. You know, prior to obviously you meeting this person, your life could have been very challenging, possibly. Not very challenging, because I don't think your life was like god awful or anything like that, but I feel like it had its challenging moments. And during those challenging moments, you know, I'm pretty sure you know, really wish that you had someone by your side that you can lean on and depend on, right? But yeah, Virgo, I just feel like your relationship with this person is just going to make your life harder, not easier. Harder, okay? Challenging, difficult, you know? But because you really like them and because you really want them, I do see you pursuing a life with them. Okay. Let's look at them. What actions? We have the Five of Swords to the Five of Pentacles. It's not going to take too long, Virgo. It's not going to take too long, Virgo, before you start to see what I'm talking about. It's not going to take too long. It's not going to take too long. It's not going to take too long, Virgo. I think that you're going to start to see that this person can't really do for you the way that you could do for them, straight up. And I think that that's going to create a lot of fights, arguments, and disagreements. It's going to cause you to feel like they're taking advantage of you, and they're going to sit there and be like, no, I'm not. Let me tell you something. This person's in survival mode. They're in survival mode. Just saying. They're in survival mode. Now let's talk about this. With the Queen of Pentacles to the Magician to the Strength card coming out here, this is just basically reiterating what I said earlier. You are somebody who brings a whole lot to this table. You're at that stage in your life where you're looking for somebody that you could build and establish a life with. And I think that over time, you're going to realize how challenging and difficult it is to build a life with this one over here, because you can't rely on them. You can't depend on them, and you just can't, and you just know it. Now, with the Nine of Swords to the Moon, this to me feels like an energy of, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? 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 It's like you wish you can go back into time and never give this person a chance. And never give this person a chance is basically what I'm getting, because they're not making your life easier. They're making it harder. You know, they are. They definitely are. Now, Virgo, with the Strength card coming out here, especially with these two cards coming out here, you find yourself in a situation that you feel is completely and utterly out of your control. But with the Strength card coming out here, that's kind of telling me you have far more control over this entire situation than you essentially think. Okay? Don't allow this person or your situation to cause you to essentially think, believe, or feel otherwise. Just like you got yourself into this entire situation, Virgo, you could get yourself out. Don't fool yourself into thinking that that is impossible, and don't let this person tell you or make you think or believe otherwise, all right? Which explains why we have children out here. You're dealing with somebody who just refuses to essentially grow up. It is what it is. But just like you got yourself into this entire situation, you can get yourself out, Virgo. You just need to stop doing this, you know, reflecting so much on this decision that you chose to make, you know, as far as like giving them in this relationship with them, you know, a chance. Like, stop focusing so much on it. Stop dwelling on it, because you could focus on this decision that you essentially made time and time again. It's not going to undo what you decided to do. You already did what you did. You need to start focusing on, you know, thinking of ways to essentially get yourself out of this entire situation, instead of doing this, spending so much time and energy thinking about this decision that you chose to make, and why did you even bother to give them a chance, and what were you thinking, and yada yada yada. Like, that's not going to help your situation in any way, shape, or form. You got to snap out of it to snap back into it, into you focusing on you and doing what you got to do to get yourself out of this entire situation. Once you snap out of it, because you'll be able to better you'll be better to like understand and know what you have to do to get yourself out of this entire situation. All right. So stop spending so much time on focusing on things that honestly don't matter, because it's not like you could travel back into time and rewrite history. So focus on the present moment and what you got to do to get yourself out of this entire situation. All right. So that's what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.